So I got pulled up. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. There it is.
Right there it is. Welcome, everybody. It's RustyMoney here on PlayStation. Well, I shouldn't say PlayStation, but RustyMoney here in Springfield, Missouri. Just got done with CNHI reman training. Took a tour of CNHI reman plant. And on this trip, Towboat Fish.
Hey guys.
Drove all the way up from Louisiana, Mississippi area to come see us. So welcome in, everybody. Can you all hear us? Can anybody hear us? Is anybody here?
Is that the person in here?
Hello, welcome. Come on, somebody chat with us.
Brandon. Hey, Brandon.
Welcome, Brennan. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping by this unexpected surprise live stream with our friend Towboat Fish. Yes, Jacob Young, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Hey, all right, so let's chat a little bit. What else we got here? How's everyone doing, says Brennan. Doing pretty good, Brennan. It's been a long couple of days. C.S. Benji says, oh my.
Hey,
yeah,
Benji.
that's right, oh my, right? Consider the title of the live stream, FS Chat with Fish. So, we are in Springfield, Missouri. Again, he drove all the way up here just to meet me in person and also potentially go live and visit with you people. We kind of have had this in the plan, but wasn't expecting it to be 100% to come true.
Right. There we go.
This is wild. It is wild. Hey, so we are live streaming from my iPhone with the help of Towboat Fish's laptop here so we can read the chat. So if you all would please let other people know that we're live and share the live stream, that would be great. Because we're trying to monitor the chat right here and would appreciate anybody else that would love to come in and chat with the two of us that probably had no idea that this was going to happen.
Hey, Artemis. What's up, buddy?
Welcome, Artemis. Welcome, Orlean. How are you doing, my friends? What else we got here? Wrench Monkey, welcome in, buddy. How are you doing? And then we got Coffee Brat. Hey, y'all, how we doing out there? Good. Jacob Young, welcome, my friend. Jacob Young, question for you. I've been following for some time now, try my best to pop in as often as I physically can. I know the thing is not to ask, so this is the only time I'll ask. But what do I have to do to be a mod? What is encouraged, I guess, by YouTube creators like myself, for people to become moderators of, content creators' channels is to continue to show support, continue to show up in the live stream, be active in the chat, ask me questions that you want to know about the game, about personal life, if I'm willing to share or can share. And the more you do that, the more that you help the live stream be active, the better opportunity for you to become a moderator. It took our friend Towboat a little while. So so yeah.
Hey, Rusty Monkey. I wasn't knowing you let Rusty talk.
I still am in Springfield, Brennan. That is the only way that this happened here. So let's back up a little bit. So let's see. Yesterday, we left our place in Nebraska at about, I'd say it's about 7:45 in the morning. And we got here at about 4:30 in the afternoon. It was a long drive. We ran into construction just south of Kansas City. They were painting the lines on the roads, and it slowed us way down. As soon as we got here, we had like 20 minutes to get our bags to our room, get on the bus, and go get some supper. And so we went to Bass Pro Shop and ate supper in one of their what I didn't know they had in their building, a conference center. And so we had supper in one of their conference rooms. It was delicious. So then we got to walk around Bass Pro Shop and see that, do some shopping, and then we got back to the room. I think it was about 8:30 or so, probably.
Something like that.
And so I knew that Towboat was coming, but what I didn't know was when he was going to get here. And I have a feeling that this guy was pretty excited and couldn't sleep. This guy left at 3:00 in the morning yesterday and drove overnight and got here into Springfield at 10:30 in the morning yesterday. And so he had just about the same amount of distance to travel as I did, so it kind of worked out really great. It was a halfway point kind of for both of us. So then anyway, we got back from Bass Pro Shop, and I sent him a message to see what his room was, because we were trying to see if we could get rooms close by, and it didn't quite work out. But my room's on the 5th floor. He's on the 6th floor above me. My brother-in-law's down on the 3rd floor. So I got back to the hotel, sent him a message, and he said he was in his room watching Jelsa Farmer on YouTube. And I said, well, I'm going to the bar, because there's a bar downstairs. And I said, I'll meet you there. So I walk into the bar, and this guy gets up off this bar stool and starts walking towards me. And I knew right away who it was, because we've seen each other before. And just not in person, but in pictures and Facebook because we're friends on Facebook. And he lied to me. He wanted to see my reaction, I think. Anyway, yeah, so we sat downstairs, and then my brother-in-law showed up, and we had a couple of drinks, and we went up to our rooms, and then I came down, or went up to his room, and we chatted for a little while, and I had to hit the bed because it was late. I didn't get to bed till after midnight. I had to be up by 5 o'clock this morning because our day here in Springfield at CNHI Reman started at 7 o'clock this morning. We started touring the plant, and our agenda was it was on point. Just got back to the room at about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Had about an hour break. And I did a couple of things on my phone, and came and saw Towboat for about 10 minutes maybe. And then we had to leave for supper. And I just got back here, and we had planned to go live, but we actually had planned to go live possibly last night. It wasn't gonna work.
Not at all.
But we should probably catch up with this chat because you guys are rolling this chat, and I'm not sure what everybody has said.
Hey, Bruce and Josh, how y'all doing?
Let's go back up here a little bit. What do we got? Okay, we read that. Coffee Brat says yes to what? What's Coffee Brat say yes to? Hey y'all, how we doing out there? Okay. Callie Stockton of Country Club. Call Stockton of Country Club? Same here, Coffee. Yeah, not far from me. I know, Brennan. You know what, Brennan? I didn't even realize that until after I got here and I saw the messages in Discord. I totally forgot about you guys and how close you probably are. I've been here for over 2 years, so that's why I've asked, and not every live, but as many as I can join, so about not more, but I definitely appreciate you. Oh, no problem, Jacob. We'll see what happens, We'll see what happens. Hey, Rusty, what inspired you to come up with the survival challenges? Oh, okay. We'll get to that one here, Coffee. Let me catch up with this little bit of this other chat here. You guys getting my in your rain? We're getting the remainder of the hurricane? What?
Only thing we got over here was high winds.
Yeah, we'll see. I love Bass Pro. Closest one is about 2 hours from me, but love going. Bruce is gaming. Welcome, Bruce. Sorry, my friend. I just been busy chatting here. Gaming Joy, welcome. Stop by the State Fair on the way back. Kind of funny you say that, Brennan, because that was kind of part of the topic today a little bit. Because as I mentioned on our way down here yesterday, my brother-in-law and I ran into some construction, and we were to 2 lanes of traffic on a 4-lane, if I remember right, and we were like going less than 25 miles an hour for about 10 miles, and it slowed us way down. We were actually supposed to get here at about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and it was almost an hour later by the time we got here. But what inspired me for challenges? It's kind of a long story. Hey there, you two.
What's up, Jack Sarge?
Jack Sarge, welcome, my friend. And here's Towboat Fish. First time ever live on camera.
Right.
And you know what is really, I wouldn't say weird, but what I wasn't expecting, he did not hesitate one bit. He didn't tell me no.
Jump right on there with it.
We're here. The mighty Towboat. Let's see. I started this game in FS19, and if I remember right, Bruce can help me out, but I think I started playing the game in the second year of FS19, and I I played on Fellsbrunn and Ravenport. I tried Ravenport first because I thought it looked like, American style map. Well, you all know now it's just not my style of map. So I played Fellsbrunn, and I was getting kind of bored, and so I seen on the home screen for FS19 that there was this selection of I think actually in FS19 it was called mods, not downloadable content.
Yeah, it was called mods in 19.
And so I hit it one day. I'm like, what is this? And I seen all these categories pop up: small tractor, medium tractor, trucks. And I'm like, whoa, let's select one of these. I think one of the first ones I selected, and I don't know why, I selected most used or something. And one of the first things I clicked on was the government subsidy sign, of course. And so I started using the government subsidy sign on Fellsbrunn, and I got even more bored because I didn't care for the free money. Hey, Smoke 82.
What's up, Smoke?
Welcome, my friend. And so I I had to find something else to play, and I thought, you know what? There's a map category in FS19 in this mod hub thing. Let's check it out. And there was all these maps, and I clicked on, oh, I don't know. I clicked on probably a dozen maps and read the descriptions and looked at the pictures of the PDA, and I couldn't make a decision. I'm like, which one do I pick? And so I ended up actually first picking No Man's Land, if I remember correctly, because I was kind of watching a little bit of Daggerwin at that time, and actually DJ Goham. I hadn't came across Farmer Cop yet, actually, or Mr. Sealy P. And so I tried to play No Man's Land like Daggerwin did, and I didn't like it, actually, to be honest. And so I thought, okay, enough of this map. So I uninstalled it, and I went back into the map category, and I found this map called Mercury Farms by Alien Jim. And the only reason I picked it is because my nickname in real life is Mercury. By some people, I'm known as Mercury. And so I installed Mercury Farms, and I absolutely fell in love with the map. And so I was in a bunch of different chats from time to time over, I don't know, a couple of months. And I had shared some ideas with our friend Bruce's Gaming, and one of our other friends at the time, known as Jethro, and Backwoods. And I ended up getting on Mercury Farms in multiplayer one day with Jethro and Backwoods, and I told him that I had thought about this challenge idea I had. And so at that time, I kind of was playing Mercury Farms on the area of the map where there was a second silo, I think a shed maybe, and I can't remember if it was a decorative house or not. But anyway, it had trees surrounding it. It's the property right across from the store on Mercury Farms in FS19. And so I thought to myself, I want to play like Daggerwin, but I want to do it my own way. So I figured out that I could sell everything on that piece of property. And so then I found mods in the mod hub and set up myself a rustic looking farm. And I can't exactly now because it was a long time ago. I started with the Massey Ferguson TEA20 tractor from the mod hub from the MF pack, from the Massey Ferguson pack. And I can't remember what else I had. Well, the object of my gameplay at that time was I had a sell point, but I had a sell point on my property, and it was a wood chipper. And the wood chipper paid me. So I turned all the trees surrounding that property into wood chips and made money from the wood chips to develop the farm. And the goal was to expand it and then purchase the property on Mercury Farms to the north where the windmills were. And I think that's where they had chicken pens, if I remember right. And so I had it all set out and planned to where I'd buy that piece of property and then I'd have to build a red barn farm by using the lone oak buildings because they were the color red. And so I did that, and I just called it Survival Farm, I think is what I called it. Well, I took a bunch of screenshots every time I'd play every day and wrote like a couple of paragraphs on Facebook and different Facebook groups and shared the pictures and became friends with several people. One being Gary Vetter that you know, one being that you've probably heard of Logan Barcott, one being our old friend Wisconsin Skinny that still plays the game, I think, but is just busy in real life. I haven't talked to him for a while. And several other people. And so I don't know when it was, but I was in another multiplayer on Mercury Farms one day, and like I said, I shared this idea with Jethro and Backwoods about creating a Facebook group and asked Jethro if he'd like to be a second-hand admin of that group, and he said sure. And so I created the Facebook group by their inspiration because they said go for it. They liked the idea. So then with the help of Jethro, myself, Gary, a few other people, then we kind of developed over time a template of things that people would want to know if you're going to create and share a challenge. And so then we just started creating and sharing challenges inside the group. And then I usually copied and pasted everything and did everything that needed to do to operate that Facebook group. And then that's where the whole hashtag came into play, is Facebook was Facebook search engine, if you will, recognized hashtags. And so we came up with hashtags to use for each challenge. And it was just a way so then on Facebook, people could enter a hashtag in the search bar on Facebook and the challenge would show up. And you could see all kinds of different posts. You could find where the creator of the challenge had the setup, the information to the challenge, everything. So that's kind of what inspired the whole situation. And from there, it's just exploded, I guess, if you will, a little bit to where it is now. And then I was influenced to get a Discord channel by several people. And so I got a Discord channel, and I can't thank our friend J-Bot enough for helping with Facebook. J-Bot designed the Facebook, or I shouldn't say the Facebook. J-Bot helped design my Discord and lay it all out. Yeah, it probably could use some adjustments. I just haven't had time to figure that out. But J-Bot is the one that laid out the Discord. And again, thank you, J-Bot. And then over time, I became really acquainted with other people, and one of which is like Farmer Cop and Argsy Gaming. Argsy Gaming then agreed to help kind of oversee the stuff that I have no idea about in Discord. I'm still trying to learn some of it. And this guy has helped a lot too with Discord, and especially like the Stream Elements stuff. Towboat Fish has helped a lot with. So that's kind of where it's all went to, I guess. I kind of got off track there a little bit, but if that helps you out. What else did we miss here in the chat?
Hey, Dust Bunny.
Dust Bunny, welcome. Hey, Towboat Fish. Hello, Mr. Rusty, and is that Mr. T?
Hey, Tennessee Farmer.
Hey, Tennessee Farmer. Before I forget, and I'll do this with more than one person, and I'll try to do this more. But I gotta do this now before I forget. But Tennessee Farmer, thanks for the kind words. Also, excellent job with your very first episode. You did an amazing job. You laid out everything that you did while you were playing the game. You chatted the entire time. There wasn't a still moment. I absolutely loved it. If I could have dropped a dozen donuts, I would have dropped a dozen donuts, but I can only drop one. Just imagine it being 12. So y'all need to go check out our friend Tennessee Farmer, who was known as Charles in the chat. One of the Charleses in the chat. So he started the challenge Alone in the World, and the only thing I can say, Tennessee Farmer, is keep going. Like I was told many years ago in my career of law enforcement, keep your chin up, smile, keep the positivity. You can do it if you keep doing it. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's get to the important matter here, you all. Let's get to how this happened. So, I asked him this quite a while ago. And I think, if I remember right, his answer's correct. But I remember when I was in several of Farmer Cop's live streams that I saw this name called Towboat Fish. And I'm like, hey, this guy is like chatty. he seems cool. And so, one day, I don't remember what map we were playing. Towboat or Farmer Cop did a raid to the channel. And that's where Towboat kind of came over to RustyMoney Gaming and has been around since.
That was a long time ago.
A long time ago. And, we've just been acquainted. He was really engaging in the chat, always has been engaging in the chat, always welcoming to all you all that join us all the time. And it didn't take long for me to see the light bulb. And then, I don't know, like, just before I quit law enforcement, I think, he had told me, he says, I was going through a rough time, and I think he kind of had some suspicions I was a little rough up here a little bit, and so we chatted numerous times, and he told me one day, he says, you know what, I can't see you now, but you just wait. And I thought, what? You're not going to drive all the way up here from Mississippi to see me? Who's going to do that? And so we actually, I don't know how long it was after that, we actually were on a Discord chat several times. We've been on Discord chat several times. We've been on PlayStation chat.
Several times.
And he says, don't you worry, I'm serious. I'm like, okay, whatever. So time went on. And then, I switched careers and got the opportunity to Argsy Gaming.
Yep, there you go. Hey, Argsy.
I just was talking about you. Welcome, Argsy Gaming. We met one of my moderators in person in Springfield, Missouri. He drove all the way up here from the Mississippi River on the towboat. No, yeah, so we had my brother-in-law and I had like a 8.5 hour drive, 8 to 8.5. He had about an
about
8
hours, 7 hours and 40 minutes. So
yeah, he had
hours.
about an 8.5 hour drive too, so it was like right in the middle. It worked out perfectly. So when I knew I was coming here, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to send him a message. So I sent him a message in Discord, and I'm like, dude, I'm coming to Springfield. How far is it away? And immediately, his first words were, let me look. And so
first words.
He got on his phone and Googled it or whatever he did, and he told me, and he says, oh, that's a trip. And so, yeah, long story short, you obviously can see he made it. And like I said earlier, for anybody new into the chat, he was so excited. And besides that, he was wanting to help Gaming Joy the other night, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because I woke up, but I don't remember what time it was. But anyway, 3 o'clock in the morning, I see that this guy chats in Discord, replying to Gaming Joy's question about what Gaming Joy was asking me about one of the wood chipper blade things for a Massey Ferguson tractor, which was a part of the AGM 800 pack, I think.
Something
Big
like
bag
that.
pack, something like that. And he couldn't wait. He hopped in his car and drove overnight, left at 3:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and got here at 10:30 in the morning yesterday. Got here 6 hours before me. Oh, that's awesome. Isn't this awesome, Mr. Argsy? You finally got to meet Mr. FSG and now Mr. Rusty finally got to meet Mr. Yeah, right? Commander-in-Chief in the chat, right, Game Joy? I know what it's like to meet someone you've interacted with for a long time in person. This is so cool. I suggested something like this in episode 2. Meet my dad. Could have drove down to meet you. You know, Brennan Gaming, I again feel heartbroken because honestly, I totally just I blew it off. I mean, yeah, I still would try and meet you guys, but we can't get off path. So, and we got to return to work tomorrow. But if we make this trip down here again, I'll definitely hit you guys up. He was probably gaming with me before he left. He probably was, Bruce. Was you gaming with Bruce before you left?
Was I on there with I don't remember. I know I went to bed early.
So, you know, getting back to the important part of this chat tonight, you know, when did you start playing Farming Simulator?
Oh, I started playing in FS19 basically towards the end.
Towards the end of 19?
I found it on PlayStation Plus, and it was free.
Yeah.
And I downloaded it and started playing it. And that's how I found Farmer Cop. Then, that raid, I found you.
Yeah. Cool. So what was your favorite maps in FS19?
Oh, Lone Oak.
Lone Oak?
Yeah.
Bruce.
Lone Oak.
Here's your buddy. Lone Oak, buddy. Kobe Gaming, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? So, yeah, so what else can I think about? Evening, Mr. Kobe, says Dust Bunny.
Hey, Kobe Gaming.
Sorry, you know, these glasses right here are kind of good, but kind of hard to see that chat clear over this.
Right.
I'm good now. I'm doing pretty good. I was pretty tired at about 4:15. We were headed back to the hotel here from what do they call that now? CRC or SRC. So one interesting thing that we kind of learned at CNHI Reman today is that CNHI Reman has like some other divisions, you know. So like there's some other companies out there that help like your bigger companies out when it comes to the development of parts, especially like Reman parts sometimes, if you will.
Hey, Julia.
Lone Oak is my all-time favorite. Welcome, Julia. How are you doing, Julia? Thanks for stopping by the live chat here with our friend Towboat. So the tour was, it was very informative that I can't hardly even remember this much. I did share, for anybody that didn't see it yet, in Discord I shared some pictures. I have the authorization to share those pictures on my YouTube community page. There's nothing against it. I did check this morning before we took the tour. So they actually want things like that to be shared. So I'll probably share some things in YouTube community post possibly in the next day or so. But it was really interesting. Probably the most interesting thing about the whole CNHI tour today is how many different tests go into these remanufactured parts that go on people's tractors or combines. I mean, like, a rebuilt engine goes through, at least what I can remember now, 4 different stages before it's like completely built, before it even goes to testing. It was very interesting. Very interesting.
Hey, Miss Hillbilly.
Miss Hillbilly, welcome. How are you doing, Miss Hillbilly? Thanks for stopping by the live stream. You guys are only like 6 from me. Only like 6 from me. What do you mean 6 from you, Julia? 6 hours? 6 minutes? Could anything get any more weird? not weird, but you know, it's like somebody, I can't remember who it was, left a message on the community chat yesterday that they were in some other community in Missouri, not far from here too. I can't remember who it was now. I didn't know. I was shocked. Cryptic, Mr. Rusty, is the word you're looking for. Me and my dad been at the state fair Saturday and Sunday. We get farm equipment. Cool. Cool. Yeah, we had kind of talked about the state fair a little bit this morning just because of the whole traffic situation we had when we got south of Kansas City yesterday, hung up in a little bit of a traffic jam for about 10 miles. It slowed us way down. But this morning in discussion, it was talked that the state fair was kicking off. I think, did it kick off today, Brennan, or yesterday, or? Yeah, I meant I can't type. It's okay, Brennan.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. I see. Yeah, so Towboat and I had some more visits last night about Farming Simulator and about maps. We always talk about maps. Seems like that's what we talk about the most, probably.
Always talking about maps.
You know, like I'll share ideas. I'll put ideas past him and see what he thinks. Most times he's like, "Yeah, that sounds cool." But man, it's just coming to the realization that it's hard. It's impossible, let's say. It's impossible to see every map and make content on every map, even though you really want to play as many maps as you can in Farming Simulator. If you're like myself, or like Argsy, or like Bruce, or Tennessee Farmer, or Gaming Joy, or whoever it is that's here with us, Brennan Gaming and his dad Matt. I mean, it's just impossible to play every map and create content. I got so many ideas. I shared ideas with him last night, and it's just like, but I want to, going up to FS22, I want to finish Calmlands. I want to continue Calmlands. I want to finish Alone in the World. We'll see where that goes.
Like you shows up. Hey, Matt.
Hello, did someone say my name? I might have. I want to get back to Campaign of France. It's tough sometimes, and I feel bad. and I know I shouldn't. I appreciate everybody's kind words and people that say, don't worry about it. We understand. But as a content creator, you feel like like I let all you down because it's just difficult to, especially on console. Maybe on PC it's just as hard, but it's just difficult to try and get even at least one episode out a week. What I need to probably do is going into 25 is start something on a map and try and pre-record this stuff and save it on PlayStation Factory, Share Factory, and then release those, later on. So maybe I can get a head start. But my problem is I just don't want to make the mistake of check marking the wrong one, and then all of a sudden it's deleted.
Right.
I tried going to other maps in my saves, but I'm stuck on Deadwood. Well, yeah, I get it, Bruce. I mean, right now you've probably seen that I feel the same way about Alone in the World right now. I just can't get enough of it.
It's a good map.
And don't get me wrong, it needs a couple of fixes. I can't believe how many trees are floating on that map, and it passed testing and hasn't been updated. But it's a great map. And I can't get enough of Calmlands. I can't thank Crustu on YouTube for developing that 200 horsepower challenge. It took me back to Calmlands to try and give it another effort to see if I'd like it. And I absolutely have loved what I've done on Calmlands, and it's not done. It's just, I don't want to burn myself out, so I've kind of taken a little bit of a break to work on Alone in the World and go back and occasionally, split the rotation a little bit. Sorry, I'm one of those people that talks with my hands. Speaking of maps, the Mythical Woods is a great map for a survival channel. Tennessee farmer. It's so funny you say that because one of the very first things I told Towboat when I got here and saw him was, dude, did you see that new map that came out by Carl TG today? He said, what? Because he hadn't looked yet either. And so I told him, I said, the map author that made like Deerlands and what's the other one, like Rainy Forest or something? I said, yeah, he came out with another map. I said, it looks cool. But, I hadn't seen it yet either because I was on my way here yesterday and I just had read the map description, looked at the pictures. And so we actually sat here last night, well, trying to watch and listen. We were talking too much, but we watched Farm Sim Snowy's map tour while we chatted last night. Giants tested it, or so they said, yeah. Right. Mr. Tennessee, the orange ore has no collision, laugh out loud, so it can be picked up. All the other material in the quarry is sold and okay. Did you know you can get lights, the wood, stove in the cabin? Oh, yeah. I think that cabin's also... Are you talking about the cabin on what? On Mythical... On this new map, Dust Bunny? Or which map?
I thought about it, Brandon. I just left it at home. I wasn't the only one. I thought about it too.
Yeah, I thought about it too, but I didn't do it either. The new map, Mythical. Oh, okay. Haven't finished the day yet, Mr. Ooh, Jack Sarge says it's pretty cool. Farmer Groot, are you in a hotel room?
I'm Groot. So Groot.
I am Groot. I started to talk in my banishment voice there for a minute. Yeah, we're in a hotel room, Groot. I came down to Springfield, Missouri for something for work. And Towboat Fish drove up from Mississippi, and we met here. Do a small new challenge before. Do I smell a new challenge before FS25?
I don't know. There's enough time.
I don't know if there is either.
But there's like 90 something days left. What?
I will say that of anything new, Deadwood is gonna come to the channel, but I'm waiting for the update. And Deadwood will probably, for RustyMoney channel, stretch into FS25 as we wait for some modded maps. But I will also play the new, default maps on FS25. But I got a pretty, I don't know, I wouldn't say like unique. I just got a different way that I'm going to play Deadwood.
It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be good.
He knows a little bit about it. Mr. Poor Boy submitted the update. Ah, cool, Dust Bunny. Tate Stewart, welcome, my friend. Alfredo. Welcome, Alfredo. Whoop, whoop, I'm here. Welcome. What map are you playing first? Tennessee Farmer, man.
Oh yeah, he did say gonna be 2 versions of Deadwood.
I don't know which map I'm going to play first in 25. Well, I take that back. I have a feeling I know which one. Because, let's see. Okay. Giant Software makes great maps. My favorite default map from Giant Software is the same one he likes, which is Silver Run Forest. But it's not what I guess I would classify as a default map because it came with a season pass. But it's probably my favorite that Giants has made. With that said, Giants make great maps, but I wasn't a fan of Elm Creek, and I'm concerned at what the new American map will be like, knowing what Elm Creek was like. I hope I'm wrong. What I think would have made Elm Creek better, and this is my opinion, is that on all of those different areas on Elm Creek where you had all those other farms, why didn't they utilize those buildings for animal pens or sheds? More importantly, in my opinion, is animal pens, because I think now on Elm Creek, aren't some of those farms on Elm Creek, weren't they known as being, one was a pig farm, one was a sheep farm? Or am I wrong?
No, I think you're right.
You know, why didn't they utilize those white buildings? I don't know. It just so I'm probably gonna start with the Asian map.
I might start with that just to see how the rice is.
That's probably what it's gonna be. And finally home from work. The other thing is in the background, Crustu and myself have been exchanging some ideas on how to start FS25. We've got a couple ideas already, even without seeing these new maps. We've got a concept that we hope will work, that we want to introduce as a start to our gameplay for FS25, and that is going to be a challenge of some sort. Mr. T, weren't you playing a map with a rice on it recently? How did you like it?
It was alright. It needs some work. But other than that, it was fun. I deleted it.
It was one of those recent maps, right? That
Yeah,
Soul
the Agro Soul rice.
Agro Soul Rice map.
The rice field needed a little work. Other than that, it was a good map.
So many buildings on Elm Creek as a waste and not usable or enterable. Right, Game and Joy? I played Elm Creek and got confused and went and downloaded a No Man's Land. Which then you get really confused because what are you going to do next? Kind of like when I got a kick out of, but I'm the same way. And I know my friend Milk That Hen and Jack Sarge were the same way too. Oh man, I instantly started laughing on my insides because I was on break sitting by other people today and I popped into Discord to see what the chat was like and I seen Game and Joy put in the Barnhouse chat about he was he was picking at Milk That Hen and I for influence him to play Alone in the World, and all he could do was think about what he was going to do next. I absolutely loved it. It was great. So, do you all have any questions, for myself or Towboat, especially Towboat? I've asked him a whole bunch of things and probably not in this live stream here, but outside of this live stream, and I just can't remember him all of what I've asked him. How do I join? Well, I should have known how that would have. Yos, how do you join? Yos? You better hop on a jet plane, Yos. Fly to your nearest next joint flight, and then end up here in Springfield, Missouri. We'll pick you up at the airport.
Bring coffee and donuts.
Bring coffee and donuts. Well, Giant says a lot more building are going to be entered and have better uses. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I demand restitution. You are such enablers or disablers for my free time. You said he was talkative, but he doesn't say much during your multiplayer games.
Because I'm concentrating on that crashing.
Oh.
They're flipping tractors and log trucks and stuff.
I hope when I get some decent sleep tonight, I can tell that my voice is starting to deteriorate, but it's because I haven't had much sleep. Got to bed after midnight last night. I was wide awake at, I don't remember what time it was, like 2:30 this morning, I think, and I couldn't get back to sleep. The alarm was going to go off at 5, and we started our tour at 7 o'clock this morning, and gonna try and leave by 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. What is your process of things to talk about during your videos? Do you do a list? Oh, sometimes, Tennessee Farmer, I have made a list of things I try to think of that I could talk about to maybe keep a conversation better in length during a creation of a video, but most times, no. Most times it's impromptu, if that's what they call it.
Sounds right.
Northern Farm Sim. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, Northern Farm Sim.
Towboat Fish, for anybody new watching, is here with us. Hey guys, good to see you. Thanks, Northern Farm Sim. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Can't thank this guy enough for driving up here. Can't thank this guy enough for the surprise gifts he sent in the mail as well the last 2 years. From a fellow bearded guy. Oh, this one needs trimmed really bad, and what happened was my trimmer died. So Mrs. Money bought me one just before we left, and I just haven't used it yet.
What I'm looking forward to most in FS25. Oh, that's a good question. Better AI.
Better AI, Towboat says.
Strip mods.
Blue One.
That'd be another good one. Strip
Welcome,
mods.
Blue One. How are you doing, my friend? Gosh, you know what? I like that question. So, what would I be looking forward to the most? And I think I've answered this before. And somebody else's live stream, and I can't remember whose it was. But I think the thing I'm looking forward to most is the what are they calling it now? Buildable productions or buildable.
Oh yeah.
Buildable items is what I'm gonna say, because hopefully it's like not just, it sounds like it's gonna be like houses and production points, and hopefully then modders just sprout it from there. That's what I hope. Okay, guys, headed to bed. Safe travels home, Rusty and Towboat. Good night. Thanks, Julia. We'll see you later.
Good night.
How long do you think it will take to get modded maps? I really want a No Man's Land too. That's ironic, Tennessee Farmer. We were just talking about that last night, and it rings a bell to me that I didn't finish that conversation with Towboat, but I hope that Alien Jim brings back some of his maps. I hope that he brings back No Man's Land. I just hope he maybe brings it back with a different layout. Something different on it. I think it would be cool to see I think I mentioned this and I can't remember whose live stream, but like a Asian No Man's Land. So instead of the field, you have a rice field. Or I don't know.
Something different.
A friend of mine showed me a little bit of Spectacle Island. I never played it, but it looked really interesting. This is the one where, it's the one that's got all the like debris laying around the farmyard, and you gotta like clean it up type thing. I've never played it either, and back when Alien Jim was appearing in several of my live streams and a lot of Bruce's Gaming's live streams back in FS19, when we found out that he was gonna bring Spectacle Island to 19, I wanted to play it. I just didn't get the time to do it. A friend of mine showed me a little bit. Okay, yeah. Yo, Snowman's Jungle. Spectacle Island was great map in 19. Spent a lot of time on that, right? Yeah, it was great, you know.
A farm is never too big, Tennessee. Never too big.
What?
He said, when is a farm too big?
When is a farm too big? Wow. Tennessee Farmer. Well, no. Yeah, you probably did. Tennessee Farmer, I had some comments in a couple of live streams on my version of Split Mountain Ranch when I did the Shanty Boys Breakfast Challenge that became part of the map update, which, for those that don't know, and for those that are watching or listening, whichever, or chatting, I created the Shanty Boys Breakfast Challenge, and our friend Gaming Joy helped the Shanty Boys input, if you will, the challenge into that update for Split Mountain Ranch. And so when you played, or I should say when you installed Split Mountain Ranch comes with two maps. Comes with the default, what I would call New Farmer Split Mountain Ranch. And it comes with the second version of the map, which is titled Shanty Boys Breakfast Challenge. When you've got fields on every one open piece of land on commons in the right. This is super bad. So anyway, when I built everything I built on Split Mountain Ranch, several people commented that came into the live stream that were like new viewers were astonished, if you will, at the size of the farm I laid out. But also, when I laid out that farm, I wanted it to be spacious because I wanted to use tractor trailers, which I had a few different tractor trailers at one point, and I just wanted room to drive around. But if you want to see a big farm and you didn't ever see that one, Tennessee Farmer, look at a couple of the live streams on Split Mountain Ranch on the YouTube channel.
That was a big farm. It's a nice one too.
It was probably one of my bigger farms in FS22 so far. Kudos to Gaming Joy for the help. Yeah, right, Matt? Yeah. And I can't the cool thing about this community is and the reason I fell in love for this game too is the brotherhood, if you will, or the sisterhood, or the familyhood. It's not just one person going for one goal. It's like millions of people working together for lots of goals. And it's people like Gaming Joy that help the Shanty Boys, or like our friend Argsy Gaming that has helped FSG, or FSG helping Argsy Gaming, or things like Farmer Cop talks about a lot, how Mr. Sealy P was an inspiration and the things that he learned from Mr. Sealy P, and it's just I think several people heard it, and I didn't hear it till recently. But another thing that I thought was really cool and kind of sums it up a little bit is this song that was shared during FarmCon that I don't know if Omatana wrote the song, produced the song, or whatever, but it was a cool song. And it's just, I haven't seen nobody that doesn't want to help anybody, if that makes any sense. People are here to help each other, inspire each other. I can't think, the most recent inspiration that I heard of was Tennessee Farmer being inspired from myself, and I'll tell you all right now again, for anybody new watching, especially new viewers, that I've said it more than once. He's sitting in the live stream right now, and one of my inspirations was our friend Argsy Gaming. I'll say it again. I watched his John Deere video on FS19, and I was like shell shocked. It was like an unreal creation, and probably a creation. I think it was like one of his first creations. I just, he's been a great influence. Along with Bruce's Gaming. I've had a lot of conversations with Bruce's Gaming about the game, about personal life, about several things. And I can't thank Bruce enough, even for just being a set of ears, and everything that Bruce has always told me. Don't give up. Move forward. The sun will be up tomorrow. Just Bruce and I have talked about a lot of stuff. And, you got like the Shanty Boys. The Shanty Boys have done so much for the support to my channel, and Bruce's, and several other people. And you got this guy over here that's been like a brother from a long-lost mother. I mean, the last time he was on his 30 days off, I think it was the last time he was on his 30 days off, there was like 3 nights in a row, I think, we got on PlayStation chat, and then one night, we lost track of time. And I had to be at work in the morning. It was like 2:30 in the morning when I finally went to bed.
Whoops.
Because I think we had looked at about every map and installed it and toured it together. But it was just awesome moments. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. Just the FS community is awesome. How about that? Miss Omatana wrote it. Cool. Best part of getting to FarmCon, hanging out with everyone. The farming stuff was just a bonus. I love this community. I would love a YouTube content creator meetup at FarmCon where we can all meet and vlog and do a live panel. Oh, shucks. Thanks, buddy. You're welcome, Argsy. You're welcome. I so love the cave build tutorial you did. See, it's things like that, Tennessee Farmer, and I I wouldn't have done that cave build video. I didn't even really think about it. And I can't remember. I mean, if you're listening, put it in the chat, but there was one particular viewer, and I wish I could think of the name right now, because I don't want to say the wrong one, that stated in the live stream, I think on No Man's Land, one of the very 2 or 3 I did for the Banishment Adventures, that stated you should do a short video or a video about building a cave in FS22. And it took me about, I don't know, 2 weeks or something like that to figure out, yeah, maybe I should just do this. And so I did. Even though, if you look on YouTube, there's a couple other people that have cave build videos, but I just sprouted it from there.
What's up, Andrew?
Thanks for subscribing, Tim Casper. Appreciate. Welcome to the channel, Tim. Thanks, brother. Love you.
I can't remember who made that comment about the
Evening, Miss Dust. Yo,
tutorial.
Towboat. So, I can't either. My most popular video right now for FS22 is still the ground foliage video that I made. Back when we all figured out when I created the off-grid dairy challenge on Osada, and we figured out that we could get rid of that ground foliage in the forest. During that challenge, I made a video on how to delete ground foliage, and then shortly about that same time I released that video, somebody else discovered how else you could get rid of the ground foliage, which I hadn't incorporated into the video, but that video has the most views so far for FS22 on my channel last time I looked. And the Pioneer Challenge is getting really close up there. How's it going tonight? Andrew, it's going great, my friend. That is the best style, honestly, to get lost in the game together and have fun. Right? Right, Coffee Brat? I agree. Tennessee Farmer, you don't know how much you inspire people. This community is blessed to have. Whew. This guy knows me really well. You just about broke me, Tennessee. You just about broke me in a live stream on camera. But thanks. I appreciate that. I got a really nice comment from a really good friend that I would love to meet in real life, Farmer Cop, on my little community post I made coming down here to Missouri. Farmer Cop, I know, is always busy in his career and busy in real life, and for him to take the time to look at my community post and read it and leave a comment just keeps my inspiration going. It's people like that, people like you, Tennessee, people like Gaming Joy, people like Matt and Brennan and Bruce and Towboat and Dust Bunny and Hillbilly and Argsy, and the list goes on. DJ Goham, too. I mean, DJ Goham surprised us in a map tour back in, I think the beginning of FS22, maybe. It might have been, I think it was FS22, or the very first time I can remember seeing DJ Goham come into my chat. I actually think it was on the map where the horses run loose, and there's no fence. I think it's called Another World, I think, is the name of the map.
I don't remember which one.
Question for Towboat Fish. Why doesn't he look like a boat?
Yeah.
Oh. I was thinking about this on the way here from the classic yard tonight here in Springfield. We had a little snack supper, if you will, some cheeseburger sliders and these chicken bacon ranch sliders and side salad at this place called the Classic Yard here in Springfield. And on the way back to the hotel on the bus, I was sitting here thinking, what could I do that would be different to introduce Towboat Fish? And so I was like, I got somebody here for y'all to meet. The boat didn't quite make it, so he figured out how to use planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't do that. He drove a car up here. The towboat's sitting on the Mississippi at home. Amen. Thanks, guys. So, any other... You're in Ohio, correct? Who's in Ohio, Andrew? I live in Nebraska. He lives down by the Mississippi, and we're in Missouri right now. Springfield, Missouri. Cool. Yeah, right? That's kind of like I forgot, I think I told this to Towboat last night, but we got back from Bass Pro Shop, and I came up here and visited with him in his room after we got done downstairs in the bar having a couple of drinks. Bass Pro Shop was started in Springfield. I probably had forgot that over time, and it started in a guy's garage. It was kind of interesting to learn all that when we were here, too. How to harvest springs. When is your next video coming out? Tennessee farmer, not till after I get home. I told him I tried to do one, I don't remember. Let's see, today's what now, Wednesday? I tried to do one Monday night, but I was just so tired. Oh, my goodness sakes. Gaming Joy.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Oops. I'm not used to this keyboard because it's not mine. Everybody, please drop the coffee and the donuts in the chat for our friend Gaming Joy. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. We will, we missed bar time.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We might find one somewhere. It is getting kind of late, though. Well, not real late, but when this guy's got to get back up early in the morning and... Yeah. Oh. Well, he's going to leave tomorrow, too. Yes, please, more coffee. I wonder why Noah has put bees down in the Pioneer. No. Interesting, Tennessee. Interesting.
It crossed my mind. Can't afford it yet.
He can't afford it yet. He's still broke, Tennessee. So he started the challenge today too, everybody. just here on his laptop, you know, just for fun, playing around, showed me what he was doing. You know, he didn't record or anything, but bees are expensive. Cheapest, I think, are 500 all the way up to 20,000. Yeah, right, Dust Bunny. I got some ideas, but yeah, I got to pick up all that grass shit first.
Yeah, it's a lot of grass. Lots.
That last big area of grass I just mowed on Alone in the World. But has anybody got any other questions, you know, for Towboat or I before we? It looks like you mowed the whole. Well, I mowed the. Well,
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I mowed the whole west side of the farm. Pretty much. Brandon, welcome, my friend. How are you doing, Brandon? Thanks for.
How much grass can get off that map?
Yeah, right. Yeah, how much? Don't say that. Gaming Joy, you didn't hear that, did you?
That's why I said it. He thinks like I do. How much? Let's see.
I'm just waiting for the comment. Let's look. I don't see it yet. I bet
Give it time.
I bet it's
I bet you heard it. There it is.
I'm about to mow that first plot. Oh. Oh, that's funny. So, the reason for anybody new watching that's so funny is because we were in multiplayer mode on Silver Run Forest and Rags to Riches. Oh, goodness. A couple months ago, probably now.
Yeah.
And somebody made the mistake in the live stream to make a comment that I dare you to chop down all the trees on Silver Run Forest. So Gaming Joy chopped them all down. I typed that before Towboat challenged me, just saying. Oh, that's the funniest thing. Oh my goodness. Things we can laugh about in a game. Oh my god, it's just that's the thing that my wife always complains about. It's a game. How can you have this much fun? You cut down every tree on the map. Oh.
Took him 65 hours. Whew. See you, Args. Have a good night.
See ya. Great to see you both enjoying each other's company. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll catch y'all later. See ya, Argsy. Thanks, buddy. Oh. Oh.
That crossed my mind today, too. How long would it take to cut the whole farm area you own, too? I was playing around.
Oh.
I would take forever a 2-meter cutter bar.
He chipped all the trees. Well, I didn't see the results, but you know, I can't say I saw it firsthand, but
Ooh, it was a lot.
trust me, the way that Towboat and I know Gaming Joy, I don't not believe it. Oh, God. Had to hack the device. Power to be able to get the redwoods also. Couldn't leave those behind. 125 liters per tree. 125,000 liters per tree. If you cut down every tree on Silver Run, the Pioneer Challenge would be a walk in the park.
There is a video. There is evidence. It's proof.
Yeah, there is a video. That's right. I forgot. He did make a video, didn't he? That's right. I forgot. You should share that video in the chat there, Gaming Joy. You're welcome to, since it's the hot topic right now. Pretty soon there'll be a video of mowing grass on the entire map.
It's coming.
It's coming. Oh, I would love to see that. Oh. Yeah. I'm totally speedrunning the Pioneer Challenge with the rigid track. You know, hey. Oh, man. The rigid track. You know, when I created the off-grid dairy challenge on Osada, that little rigid track just inspired the idea for that challenge. But I honestly thought that little thing was going to be the most gutless machine ever. Turns out it was 100% the opposite. And it's a default tractor.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want a small tractor that's got power, you need to listen to Gaming Joy and us and use the little rigid track that's the default tractor by Giants that's electric, if you will. It's got some taters, let's say, under the hood. Yeah, that's funny. It's the electric one. Oh, I got an eyelash or something bugging me.
I think the ridge track has a front loader attachment. That's the only thing I didn't get it.
Glad I can make you laugh, Tennessee. Oh man. You know, the other good thing about this relationship here between the two of us is every time we get together, I don't think there's been a night where we have not laughed almost the entire time. Oh, devouring Silver Run. Oh. But, you know, it is getting late. I got to get up, and brother-in-law and I got to drive a long ways tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I need to wind down by watching some of your guys' videos. What exactly are you?
Nothing.
Yeah. But I need to wind down for the night and get some rest. Finish some last minute chats with this guy. But I appreciate y'all stopping by the live stream tonight. And before we do leave the live stream, what I would really like to do is, you're better with your machine. You check and see if anybody's live, and can we suggest people to go somewhere, even though we're not set up to raid. I'd like everybody to join the channel by seeing if we can find somebody to raid that might be live now.
That's the only one I know.
Can you do FS22 live, maybe? See what we got. Is there anybody? There might not be anybody that I want to surprise, maybe. Let's see if there's anybody. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't even look like there's a... There you go. See what we get there. No. Let's see.
Not looking
He's
like
looking, but doesn't look like we're gonna find anybody, but that's okay. But I do appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by the live stream tonight. And if you haven't yet, please remember to drop that delicious treat, better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as a delicious donut, on that like button. Don't forget to leave us comments in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts by sharing the videos and live streams from the channel. But from myself and Towboat Fish, we'll see you all on the flip side, everybody. Have a good one.
Later, guys. You have a good night.
Thanks, Coffee. Thanks, Dust Bunny. Thanks, Tennessee Farmer. Thanks, Yost. Thanks, Charles. Thanks, Hillbilly. Thanks, Bruce. Thanks, Arzy. Thanks, Wrench Monkey. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Gaming Joy. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Brennan Gaming. We'll see you all later, everybody. Have a good one.